So let's start with this story.
Are we going to do it?
I think we should do it, man, because I'm actually really excited to talk about this thing.
Okay.
Because I think it's fascinating.
It is pretty funny, isn't it?
And not many people are willing to have a sex change. But you're doing it for content.
Right.
All right, man. Hey, before we get into this episode, Christmas is coming.
It is. It's that time of year, dude.
Yeah, man, it's that time of year. And I thought, we thought,
Yeah.
what better way to celebrate Christmas than giving away a bike?
Mate, how cool is this? How cool is this?
The coolest thing.
And combining it with Guest of the Year.
Exactly, Guest of the Year. We didn't do it last year. I love Guest of the Year.
I
It's
do.
super fun, and we've had some absolute bangers.
I was
this
actually
year.
Guest of the Year before.
You were the original
before-
Guest of the Year.
I was the original Guest
You were
of
the
the Year.
first
dude.
ever Guest of the Year.
And look at me now.
Hey, you might win it this year.
I might give it a go, yeah.
You might
Why
win
not?
it this
Yeah.
year. I'll have to put your name on the thing.
Wicked. So, what bike is it that we're giving away? How do you enter?
We are giving away a Focus VAM² 9.8 Lite EMTB. Not just a bike, an e-bike.
It's so good.
It's the sickest thing, dude.
it's-
They're like £6,000.
It's the super light version. So it's the Fazua Ride 60 system. Honestly, I love this bike. It's one of my Surrey Hills bikes of choices. It's lower travel, super lightweight bike, mega
frame.
fun. Yeah,
Mate, the dream. Honestly, I'm blown away that we get to do it. So thank you, Focus, for stepping in.
actually,
giving us a bike to give away.
At this point in the introduction, I think we should start playing some footage of the actual bike we're talking about because we don't have it here.
No, we don't have it here.
Yeah.
So this is the bike you could win on screen now. And it's free to enter. All you have to do is head to the website, theridecompanion.co.uk, and on the homepage you will find our listener survey, which we just want to know who our listeners are, where you're from, what you do. Nothing too intrusive, just nice questions. We just want to know why you listen, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You can then vote for your guest of the year.
Yep.
That guest is going to win a pretty sick little prize from us, a personalised prize.
Yep.
And then you're automatically entered to win a VAM² 9.8 Lite EMTB.
It's literally that easy. And if you've forgotten already, just head below and you'll see exactly how to enter.
Exactly. The link is in the show description. Tell your friends, tell your family. Someone is going to win £6,000 worth of e-bike just in time for Christmas. We're going to draw it, I think, just before Christmas, like 2 days before Christmas Day.
Yep.
So what a prize. What a gift.
Focus VAM² SL. I can't believe we've managed to wangle this one.
Neither can I.
Big thanks, Focus.
Big thanks, Focus. And let's get into this fantastic episode.
Welcome to the Ride Companion. This one I'm well excited about.
Good. Me too. I'm excited for all of them. This one especially, I feel like we did the Christmas party last night. I feel a little hazy today.
Yeah.
Which usually makes for a more relaxed conversation from me, I think.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of a, I don't know, feeling. I don't know what it is. You know, like when people used to say, like with racing, like whatever you do or whatever sport, if you get a bit pissed the night before, you just pressure's off a little bit the next day.
Is that how you feel? Yeah.
A little bit more YOLO, you know what I mean?
Nice, man. Nice.
A little bit more YOLO today. Plus, I've got my favourite soda, so the vibes are high at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
good.
am feeling
I'm
it.
actually, I'm really different reasons because I didn't have any notes and then I was scared and I didn't want to do another one where I didn't have notes. And then
why
I
didn't you
realised
have
I've been
any notes,
sat
Olly?
on a story, dude. I've been sat on a story. This is going to be like one of the old, I feel like this is going to be like a throwback episode where we uncover a really good story because I've been sat on a story.
You have been sat
for
on a story.
some time.
I have been sat on a story. Been waiting for a point to tell this story.
I've been trying to.
Are we
not
teasing
even
it now? Are
talk
we
to
going
you.
for it? We're going straight into the story.
We could do it. It's in my notes.
Mate,
It's gonna be.
the
I think
hook's
it's
there.
a good one.
We've hooked people.
It's a good one, and it puts pressure on me for like
Good storytelling.
good storytelling. Yes, which I'm not. I'm not bothered by the good storytelling bit. I do have to edit the video, which is going to be the promise from this
Okay. All right.
story that I'm going to tell.
So let's start with this story.
Are we going to do it?
I think we should do it, man, because I'm actually really excited to talk about this thing
Okay.
because I think it's fascinating.
It is pretty funny, isn't it?
And not many people are willing to have a sex change. But you're doing it for content. No, I'm actually genuinely excited to talk about this. I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to be a hell of a journey for people to come along on. So
yeah, because also they might even remember in real time when I was out there.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I've just come back. Let's start at the beginning.
Please.
I've just come back from Sicily, right?
Yes, which is where?
Sicily is the ball that the boot of Italy is kicking.
The ball at the boot. The ball at the boot that Italy is kicking. The ball at the boot at the ball.
The boot of Italy is kicking the ball of Sicily.
Okay.
That makes sense, right?
So the bottom of Italy.
Bottom of Italy, but it's an island. It's actually latitudinally in line with Tunisia.
Is it really?
Yeah.
And you've got a bit of a tan, so it must be nice weather out there.
Oh, man, is it ever. Would you say it is latitudinally in line with
Dug it up.
Tunisia, right? Yeah, we're happy with that. I just want it to be geographically correct. Don't want people screaming down the speakers. Hey, dude, I've come back from Sicily this time.
Yeah.
Last time I came back from Sicily, a guy with a potentially a really interesting story. It was funny. I was happy.
Yeah.
This time I've come back. I'm a property owner. That's right. Thank you very much. So I raised my hand.
A
so
property
happy.
owner in another country.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shall I start the story?
No, it's a fascinating story. So please. Yeah, please. So there's a lot of time in between these two. You've sat on this story for a while, actually.
I have.
6 months?
Yeah, because it's a good story. It's a good story, and I wanted, and also I wanted to make sure it's real. Like I've got keys now, and it's actually happened.
Yeah,
So the story starts all that time ago when I built a trail with Even in Bike Park, Sicily. Yeah. So I don't know if you remember when I went over there, I was sat in a digger for 10 days.
Yep. We actually did a whole breakdown of it after on this episode. We talked about your trip there and literally building this trail at Bike Park Sicily, which is like a flow trail. It's got
like the jump trail.
Jump trail, that's right.
I can't actually remember what the official name is of the trail, which is bad. I should remember, but it's a really fun trail anyway. I just rode it again actually, and it's all in great shape, and yes, super fun to go back and see it after it's been there for all that time. But I did.
So you go out there with Even.
Went out there with
on
Even.
Project Trail Build.
Project Trail Build.
At this point, been there before?
Unknown. Been to Sicily, never been to this bike park, so it was all a bit. No, I have been there before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. So you have been
there before, but I hadn't been there with the view to build a trail, really. And it had been terrible weather, and like, you know, I as with any spot that I go to, I never know if I'm going to be going back there. I don't know if it's going to be a repeat visit. This place is called Bike Park Sicily, and it's in a small town called Mineo.
Mineo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're staying in the bike park. We're building every day. We've kind of bitten off a little bit more than we can chew, in that we've got to finish the trail. We've got all these machines, and there's just Even and I in them, working as hard as we can. It's boiling hot. It's really beautiful. We're in olive groves, orange fields of oranges.
I've never been to Sicily.
Fantastic.
The images my head is drawing up, exceptionally beautiful.
It is.
A scent in the air.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You land in Catania, you just look up, there's literally Mount Etna there. You know, even if you know you're landing on an island, there's a volcano there, you don't expect to be like, walk through the door. Oh, there it is. It's like the equivalent of walking out of Gatwick and seeing Big Ben. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool.
So it's really like that.
Yeah.
And so Mineo is actually just 30 miles out of Catania Airport. So it's not too far, 45 minutes drive, something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've done this whole week. We've built the trail. We go to, the very last day we did testing. It's very stressful. You don't want the whole 10 days of build to be building up towards you going through a trail that doesn't work. It would suck. There weren't any massive features or anything like that I had to worry about completely not working, but still, you just think it might not work, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
We rode it. It worked perfect. The stoke is high. We're all hyped. So we've gone out. It's really late. Mineo is a sleepy town. We've ended up in an ice cream shop. It's the only place there. And we celebrated with an ice cream at 11 o'clock at night.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good. It was a really fun evening. So, we just stood there. It's a successful week all round. So Guy comes over to me, and I'll be honest, my Italian is very poor. I haven't really picked up a great deal. I find it very difficult. I think a little bit in Spanish because I'm trying to learn it the whole time, and all the words are they sound slightly similar sometimes, or there's a bit of French words that you recognise. You know, it's just like a bit. I don't understand Spanish, so he's speaking at me. It's late at night. He's speaking at me. I don't understand. Everything Italian sounds quite like passionate and
romantic.
Yeah, well, it actually sounds a little bit like you're in an argument or someone's telling you off. To me,
okay, all right,
to me, a little bit.
Okay,
it's quite like but okay,
you know? yeah. It's got a
like I might be doing something wrong. I kind of always feel that way anyway.
It's got a cadence to it.
It does,
which is more.
It's nice.
Aggressive. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, so I ask the owner of the bike park, Orazio, who's a really big key element in this story. Shout out Orazio. He translated, and basically it turns out that this guy is saying, "Do you want to buy my flat?"
Okay, stop. Pause.
Yeah.
Bloke's walked into an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
He wants a cornetto.
Yeah.
He's seen two
people that definitely aren't from the town.
Two people that definitely aren't from the town. He's noticed them, and he's pitched selling a house to them. It's a pretty fascinating story, isn't it?
So what I think it is, this is a sleep. Yeah, you're quite right.
Yeah.
I hadn't even really thought about that.
I mean, what's going through his head? You know what I mean? I know we don't know.
No.
There's a few things going through him at this point, right?
Yeah, I haven't thought what's going through his head. I just think here we go. The Tintin adventure continues.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think, oh, this is brilliant. This is exactly. Of course, I'm going to go and look at your flat at 11 o'clock at night on the night before I go home.
Okay.
Of course I am. This is part of the story. This is what I'm meant to do.
So so you and Even and Orazio.
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
Orazio. Yeah, it's nice. You're natural. Yeah.
So Orazio, you're in the ice cream shop. You've got your ice cream.
Yeah.
Bloke walks in.
Pistachio
ice cream. Beautiful.
Sì.
Bloke walks in. He spotted two people, obviously not from the town. He's pitched them. Do you want to buy my flat?
I have a bit of a theory about why. I think
it's because you look wealthy.
Definitely not part of my theory. I think honestly what it is the town is sleepy and has probably, or maybe an aging population, or, you know, this town isn't like a bustling tourist town. It's really authentic. For that reason, I really actually like it. That's like the reason I, as a tourist, want to go there.
Okay.
Ironically, but you know, it's not. It's off the beaten track. It's actually a genuine Sicilian town.
Yeah.
Where farmers live and people do their business. They go about their everyday life.
Not just tourism. It's
and all the entire town is ancient. So everything you see is like ornate stonework, and everything is a picture everywhere you look. So it's really quite something. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which is why I sort of immediately was like, of course I'm going to go and look at this guy's flat that he wants to sell me, because it's funny. I don't even care how much he wants for it. I literally don't care. I want to go and look at it. It's funny.
Yeah. I mean,
so
roll with it.
Go.
Tintin,
Even is it. By the way, I haven't spoken much about it. Even is like exactly the same as me. I feel like if he was here, he would be saying the same thing. Of course, I want to go and look at it. So he's in the same boat. He just likes, seeing
adventure.
Where something. Yeah, it's an adventure. The whole thing's an adventure, dude, isn't it?
Yeah. So he's even as open to this idea as you were.
Absolutely.
Off the bat.
Absolutely.
Yes, we'll go look at this place.
I think at a certain point, if you travel a certain amount, or you do, particularly what we get up to on these trips, you have to relinquish your control of situations. So most of the trips I go on, I have no control, like really, over what's going on. I'm on someone else's time. Someone else is driving me somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any control over what happens. So
we spoke a little bit on the
go with it
train last night. Sorry to interrupt you.
No.
About being in situations and having situational awareness. And maybe you've been in some sketchy situations in the past, especially doing some of the stuff, street builds and stuff like street race builds and stuff like that. And not really knowing if you're in a sketchy situation.
Yeah.
Was there any element of this where you were like, a bloke has just asked me to come to his house? No element. You
Zero.
just roll with it.
I've got to say, maybe my spidey senses are off, but there was not one part of me. I was just like,
Okay.
he wants to sell me a flat. It was just nothing but fun for me. That's so funny. Imagine it can go two ways. He wants 3 million quid for it and it's the most amazing flat you've ever seen. Maybe he wants 3 million quid for it and it's the worst flat you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Or it's a complete wreck. That's funny. You can see how I'm thinking here. Like every single avenue is funny to me.
I like
it's why I eat any food. I don't care if it's bad food, that's funny. If it's good food, that's funny. I actually don't. There's no outcome. If he tries to mug me, even that's kind of funny. I don't know.
All content.
Yeah, it's like. But mate, it's like it is my. I'm not like filming it or doing anything. It's like actually life. It's like it is just.
Mate, I respect it.
I don't know. So I didn't think it was sketchy at all, and it turns out actually it wasn't sketchy. But you know, it's 11 o'clock at night. We're walking through streets. I have no idea where I am. I haven't spent any time in this town. I've just gone through it a little bit. We did like cross country rides each night because otherwise we were sat in diggers. So we'd been a tiny bit in the town. Okay. Anyway, we go to the very centre of town where there's the plaza, which we've visited before, and there's a little set of stairs with a door on. We go in. Obviously, there's no electricity connected to this flat, and we're just walking around with iPhone torches, and even and I are just like laughing so hard. Like, you know, the situation you find yourself in is so funny. It's like it's not that funny, but it's like it's stupid. We haven't packed our bikes. We've got to fly at 6 a.m.
Yeah,
and we're looking around some bloke's flat. It's stupid, isn't it? So we've got to look around, and honestly, the flat, I was like, well, it's actually really nice. It's really small, but it needs a bit of work, but it's actually solid. You know, in the UK, it's like a 100 and something grand flat. It's got these amazing like shuttered windows. They're really nice.
And a little balcony and stuff.
It's got a balcony, a stone balcony, all ornate. It's got I really liked the flat. It was cool. It had some like crap stuff in it that needed taking out, but it's just like. I've always been a bit like I find it easy to like visualize what something could be like. Yeah, if you know what I mean. Like I've only ever had maybe slightly rough stuff and made it nicer. Okay, which I think I'm really lucky for because I don't require stuff to be nice. I can make it nicer. If you know what I mean. Yeah. Like if I had to have a new house with a warranty, I'd also have to have a lot more money. So anyway, we get to a point where we talk about price.
Okay.
Now,
are we disclosing the price on this episode or not? I don't think we should.
You don't think we should?
I don't know. I think you should talk about. Do you talk about your YouTube video?
Let's really hype it for my YouTube, and it really means I have to edit it then.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, it's up to you if you want to talk about the price.
So we talk about the price.
I'm just thinking of.
No, you're quite right. I'm going to put the price in the title of the YouTube, which is coming on my channel. My channel is Olly Wilkins. If you subscribe, or if you just keep checking back, you don't have to subscribe. You literally don't have to even look. But I'm going to put this video up, and I think it will be interesting to you because the price is arguably lower than what you would have thought it would be, and on the spot, there and then, 12 o'clock at night, under the light of iPhone torch, I've shook hands with my Sicilian compadre and with Even and I have gone halves on a flat in Sicily. We bought it. We bought it there and then.
Gentleman's agreement, handshake.
Absolutely.
Locked in.
What
was the bloke like that you bought this flat off? Was he stoked with this deal? Does he think he's got a good deal? I mean, who's got the better deal in this?
You're so in the dark because you got...
literally.
Yeah, you're literally in the dark and figure... Like... I can't understand if he's saying, dude, so I don't know what deal I've made, to be honest with you, but even that's funny.
Was there any haggling?
No haggling.
Just the price, and you're like, yeah, okay,
that's right.
That's a good
so we
price.
went back out to the plaza, and his family, who he owns the flat with, he went into the pizzeria, believe it or not, it sounds like a joke. He's walked up the pizzeria, and you can see it all from the outside. It's like a Wes Anderson movie. You can watch him go up. Goes into the... kitchen, you can see the kitchen again from the outside, you can just see their shoulders and heads, and then proceeds to have what only looks like a terrible argument with everyone. Like they're apps. It's not happening anymore. So we're just like, it's 12 o'clock at night. We're just in the plaza, just like, either way, this is funny. It's a funny part of the story. He's going to come back down and he's going to go like, no, it's not sold. You can't have it. He comes back down and he's just like, the deal is done. We're on. So Don Orazio is he's actually our legal representative, because the owner of the bike park is also practices law. So
you couldn't write a better story, dude.
I love it because it's exactly like I like stories to be. It's like Tintin. It's like there's all these like characters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay,
and then
so you fly home the next day with a gentleman's agreement. At this point, we've shook hands on purchasing a flat in Sicily.
Yeah, in Mineo in Sicily. Beautiful Mineo.
And you
Sicily.
come home. Obviously, we spoke about it.
Yeah.
Seen videos at this point.
Yeah.
But you've already created the vision of what you want this to be.
Right, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
And we can beep it out.
Well, let's beep it out.
I'm just going to say it. The flat cost. We 100%
I'd
got
love
a deal.
I actually think it's better that you've said it.
Yeah.
Because now...
We can beep it out though, right?
But now I want to watch the YouTube video even more to see what does a €2 flat look like.
Yeah. I can tell you it didn't end up costing me that in total.
No.
And that I'll reveal in the video. It cost me more, but still, I'm well excited about it. It's so fun. It's like exactly my favourite sort of thing.
So this was obviously around 6 months ago. So you then come back, you're living your life. The paperwork's been done in the background.
Yep.
Is that right? You've had to do tax forms. I mean, it's been a process, hasn't it? It's not like
I thought it was going to be way easier for that, just because of the cost implications. The amount made me think that it was going to be less work. It was going to be less than in the UK.
Right.
UK is obviously one of the most stressful things you can do.
Worst,
so I thought, well, this is less money, so it's going to be less stress. And to be honest, it's pretty much as much. It is as much paperwork. It is the same. Yeah, it is the same. And plus with the added difficulty of it being in another language.
Language barrier, yeah.
So I'm very thankful to my legal representative, Don Orazio, and my German counterpart, Eva Ebener, for just their patience and understanding in the process.
Yeah, I mean, so then...
By the way, all the way through, I still didn't think it was happening.
No. It's too good to be true?
Too good to be true and too ridiculous. And everyone around me thought it's too ridiculous. They're like, oh, yeah, of course you have, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure you felt the same way. I don't blame you.
I mean, to some extent.
Oh, by the way, there's lots of stuff publicised about like these like €1 properties.
Yeah. But
they're not €1. They are €1 plus you sign a contract that you're going to spend X amount on, whether it's £40,000 or 40,000 euros
on renovation and developing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a way of like a country that's maybe, or an area in economic struggles. It's a way of them like upping, basically getting cash injection from other countries. So.
Yeah. But what you've done isn't that, is it? This
I don't have a contract.
Roughly what apartments are in this place, or is it?
No, we got
an
a really crazy deal.
Really crazy deal. So you showed me one the other day, which was a lot more money.
Yeah.
Remember that, the pink one?
Yeah. But it's unreal.
I say a lot more money.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that much
not really.
more. And it was a house.
Yeah.
like through doing it, I've found, as you know, I find property interesting. I'm super into really boring investments. Bricks and mortar to me is like safe. Everyone has to live.
And
I don't know.
Brick and mortar?
It's just something I understand.
It's quite cheap. Is it brick and it's kind of mud.
But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I've always found it interesting. I've always found it like just a boring place you can put money, really. I think a lot of people probably think the same. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So then can we fast forward to what's just happened? Unless there's nothing in the middle, is there, that we need to...
I'm trying to think.
Paperwork. You're then trying to figure out...
No, nothing. I just still didn't think it was happening. I mean, even booking my flights, I still didn't think it was happening. But I booked my flights. Apparently, it all went through. It's happening. I'm booking my flights.
Flights are good.
Flights are very cheap.
Flights cheap.
Flights are very cheap, which is really convenient because it means that even if I'm to face disappointment when I arrive, it's okay.
Yeah.
So then we've got on the plane and I've booked in luggage, and I didn't realise you can just book in power tools. I didn't really ever think about it, I guess, but I've just booked in. I've packed barely any clothes, and I've got my skill saw, all WORX, by the way.
Of course.
WORX,
Power share battery system.
Yep, exactly. The power share became really handy because you could just put it between tools. So yeah, what did I actually bring? Because it might actually be interesting. Basically, I was faced with the idea of renovating this flat and getting it ready to either stay in, rent out. The big plan is to be able to like rent it out to people, so that when I'm not there, I've got no interest in just owning something and having it sat there.
No.
Owning. I sound like such an idiot.
Oh yeah, I own it outright. No mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only one I own. The bank owns the rest of them.
So the plan is to go out there, to renovate it, to bring it up to a standard that you can have people rent it out, like holiday let.
Yes. Yeah. So I packed
bro.
Yeah, I did. What would I pack? A hammer, a tape. Like simple stuff. I actually did. Do you know what I thought was wild? I packed it and I was just like, I shouldn't do that, but then I've already done it. Who cares? I packed like screws in tape.
Ooh.
Which looks like a bomb, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then a load of like batteries. But
nail bomb.
Literally. You're allowed to.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know if you're allowed to, but I did. And a drill.
It's a really frugal thing, by the way, to go and do it international property renovation and take your own screws.
There you go. Like what we were talking about last night. Yeah. Well, I just thought, I don't know when shops are going to be open. I don't know anything, so I came quite prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you did. And how did you know where to go and get furniture and stuff?
I saw an IKEA from the plane when we arrived. There's an IKEA you can see it near Catania. So if you can see it, IKEA, you're safe.
Yeah, man.
Because the place wasn't furnished; it just had like stuff all in it. So
okay.
So I had to. So yeah, we just turned. It was really, honestly, it was like the most fun week I've just had with even, because it's mega exciting to both of us, and it's like the punchline of a joke. You actually do have a flat. I mean, we have just worked for 5 days non-stop. Yeah.
And let me say, I know the YouTube video is coming out and stuff, but you've done an amazing job.
Oh, it looked good, doesn't it? It looks a bit like an IKEA showroom, which it is at the moment, but we're going to keep adding to it. It'll look better.
Yeah. Yeah. And, okay, so obviously the major benefits with this flat are it's close to a bike park.
Very close to a bike park with a
great
fun trail, particularly that we built, and it's got like a wooden ramp that you can do tricks on, so it's super fun.
Sick. Beautiful little village.
Yeah. It's like
good food,
like an anti-Wi-Fi village. Like you can't go wrong with food in Sicily. I'll be honest. Sicily. This is just what I've been told, and I'm sure Sicily is where people from Italy go to have food holidays and stuff.
Wow.
So it's like widely regarded as the best pizza.
Yeah.
Arancini.
Yeah.
Cannoli.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's really like famous for its food. Campari, Aperol. No, I think it is really highly regarded, and the town has really good food.
I mean, it sounds like the dream.
It's funny. I loved the trip because it was like I've always like dreamt of doing stuff like this. Yeah. Not normal person in terms of it's the closest thing really to a holiday I've had, and I was like in a while. Like a normal a holiday. Oh, it sounds like a really annoying thing to say. I wish I hadn't said that. You know what I mean, though? Like not a content trip or like a
This is just
not one of these
project,
like film
passion
things.
Project.
Yeah, like we're actually in control of what we're doing.
Yeah,
which I'm never normally in control.
Yeah, okay, I feel you.
Yeah, so we got in, we take apart all of this stuff, and you don't have any stuff, so we had to go and get. Obviously, from the airport, we got paint and brushes and rollers. So we just painted and decorated the whole thing, changed all the electrics, and got new lights. It was really fun. Built all this IKEA furniture. Did a bit of tiling on some walls to cover some poor condition. You're really on you have to really budget your time and stuff.
Yeah.
So and we got it finished and then stayed in it. So now it's like ready in theory to rent out. It's quite funny story, isn't it? Quite funny, and it'll never make money. And it's not like a smart investment or anything like that, but it's a fun story.
Pretty smart.
So hopefully everyone else enjoyed the story too.
I love the story, dude. I love that you're an international property tycoon.
Well, I hope that you go and stay there.
I love that.
I put a kitchen
I'm
in. There's a lovely
100% going to
kitchen.
go and stay there. 100%, man. As soon as
There's a
I
lovely
can.
kitchen. There's a beautiful double bed that even made a nice some cool bedside tables for. We've got a sofa bed. We've got balcony with chairs.
So what are we
on.
talking? Sleeping? What's we sleep?
Dreamy.
Sleeps
Oh,
4?
you sleep loads, mate. Yeah.
Hey, sleep loads. You get loads in there. What's it
Oh, you
technically
sleep
sleep?
Well, it's
on the advert,
it's
what
a
we
double
sleep in?
bed. It'd be 1 bedroom. I'll be honest, it's a 1 bedroom.
1
flat.
bedroom. But sleeps 4.
But sleeps 4. It's got a double sofa bed I got from IKEA. Yeah. We got all of the deals. It was really funny trip. You'll see in the YouTube, it was just, the whole thing was ridiculous. You know, we're at IKEA after the sun goes down every opportunity. We had to big shout out to Orazio again for letting us borrow his van and drive all of these miles and getting all of these like materials and smashing up all these old bits of furniture and burning them on his property. So we're really in we owe him a lot. We had a lot of help as well. But yeah, it was really funny.
International property tycoon. So when are we expecting this to be on the market? When can people, you know?
I don't know. Or what? As a rental?
I'm on the hard sell here.
As in a rental.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. Yeah, it's a really good point. Well, obviously the bike park has accommodation that probably is closer to the. Well, I mean,
you can ride to the bike park.
Yeah, you can roll down the hill to the bike park, but then you have to go back up. So
Yeah.
if you want the best riding experience, it's probably best to go to Bike Park Sicily.
You could do a bit of both, though, couldn't you?
You could do a bit of both. We're in like the centre of town, which is fun. I think it's a really good like one for the flat. Would be really good for like gravel riders or road riders. So I was thinking about maybe angling it towards that, or trying to, you know, if you're going to like treat it as a business, because I'm interested in this stuff. I've got to be honest. I find it quite fun as a little project, a little contained project, making it so you could rent it out to roadies or to gravel riders. Honestly, I don't even know, because I haven't done anything there. I don't know what's around. I know what's in this tiny town where you can get arancini, coffee, cannoli, some good pizza, a good like hardware store.
Good hardware store. For where I am in my life and what a holiday looks like now, the idea of just going there and hanging out for a few days with no plan and just literally drinking coffee and just sitting and reading a book in the apartment on the balcony, looking at you can pretty much see volcanoes from the...
You can see volcanoes from the town if you go up to the viewpoint.
Yeah.
Where we've got the balconies, like, you can see just beautiful old streets. It's not like a big panorama, but you just walk. I still haven't really discovered the town much, but you walk anywhere, it's insane, the views. There's all these, like volcanic mounds, basically, as far as you can see, 360 views. And, mate, I'll report back as soon as I know more. I've ridden Etna when I was a kid. When I was 17 or 18, I think I went to Etna with Bren and Liam Mason for an MBUK article. And so there's loads of riding on Etna that I'm yet to explore, but Etna is amazing. Yeah. It's like it looks like, it looks like Mount Fuji or something. It looks like the volcano emoji.
Okay.
It's massive, yeah.
Sick.
And it's active. So there's so much exploring to do. That's what I kind of excited about, is like the opportunity to get like a 30 quid fly to Sicily for a long weekend with George and just like drive around and have a look. It's made me super excited actually about.
Well done, dude.
Well, I mean,
and I'm excited.
There's
for the
almost
YouTube
no
video.
difference.
I've not seen a YouTube
like
video.
Free accommodation, but like,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I hopefully you'll go out there.
100%.
And maybe some of the listeners will when we get it online.
Maybe we'll do
I don't know.
Podcast from there one day.
But dude,
on the balcony.
This story is going to continue anyway. I don't want to take up too much of the podcast time, because this story will continue, and I'm going back out there soon. I'm going to put some final finishing touches, and we might as well talk about it on here.
Yeah.
The rental journey and like what we're trying to do and how we're trying to make it look, because it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I can be completely transparent about what I've spent and stuff. I'll talk more about that in the YouTube video.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Okay, let's go to... Mate, before we do that, well done.
Thanks, mate.
Really cool.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's been cool to watch it. For me, like, I've seen this materialise into an actual thing. So, yeah, and the fact that we've not spoke about it and we've kept this, like, to ourselves.
It's been hard not to, and it's also hard to not talk about it and sound like you're being a boaster, but then
Yeah.
when you find out how much it is, also, I'm not really being a boaster. It's just like a bit of fun.
Mate, well done. Hype for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to a quick ad break.
I sound fancy at dinner parties now anyway, don't I? My property in Sicily.
I sound fancy. I say, oh yeah, my mate's got a house in Sicily. What?
Yeah.
Has he? How well is he doing?
Everyone can use that at dinner parties now. Someone I know has a property in Sicily, yes. Like it. Nice.
To the ad break.
And now we're at the ad. Have you ever thought about getting away from it all? Logging off from that email? And perhaps visiting a world unknown before? Sicily. Specifically, Mineo. Bring your bike. Bike Park Sicily. Davey, I want to talk to you about hindsight, dude.
Oh,
Right.
hindsight.
So much bike crime happens in the UK. And I dread to think how many people think, oh, I listened to that LAKA ad on the Ride Companion and I wish I'd just carried it out, got insurance for my bike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, mate. You're right. So we're here to help, are we? Or is that what we're going to do?
Well, we are here to help, but
Yeah.
what I was kind of thinking was I wish I could do the same with health insurance. You know what I mean? Because I'm banged up. I wish I could have just...
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
That's how I feel right
A lot
now.
of people live shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah, and so many people do with bike theft and like I am right now, wishing...
Hindsight is a gnarly thing, isn't it?
It is,
Sometimes
dude,
like,
yeah.
let's say, unfortunately, you have a bike stolen or you get injured and you just think, oh, imagine that time when I was sat in a chair
Yeah,
on the website
yeah.
ready to do it, and all I needed was maybe like a bit of a nudge, a bit of a deal,
Yeah.
which we can offer.
Well, for bikes, obviously,
Yeah.
you go to LAKA. What do you do for health? Because that's obviously...
Well, yes, you can also go to LAKA. I didn't know this either until recently, dude, but LAKA now offers health and recovery insurance. So,
What?
do you want a couple of facts?
I'd love a couple of facts. It's not already in my bike cover, is it?
It could be. Depends which bike cover you've got.
Okay.
It
Carry
could be.
on.
So it's a new kind of recovery policy for mind and body.
Right.
Made with cyclists in mind for less than an Americano a week. Depends where you get your Americanos from.
They're only like
What? A couple of quid?
couple of quid.
Cover that goes wherever you do, which is worldwide, like you, Mr. Worldwide.
Oh, thank goodness.
The
I didn't
pitbull
want
of
to...
mountain biking.
I didn't want to ask the question.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for doing answering.
Cover that does whatever you do, which is cycling. You.
I like cycling, yeah.
Skiing.
Not got the bunts for
Maybe.
skiing, but maybe one day. You never know.
Hiking.
Hiking, I like hiking.
Like
I've been doing a lot of it lately, I'll tell you.
Surfing.
Surfing, I'd love to be able to
Big
surf, but I
surf
need to
guy.
swim first.
Yeah.
But it's good to know.
And jet skiing.
Jet skiing's on there. Are you serious?
Yeah, you got a jet ski.
They put jet ski on there?
Yeah, you got a jet ski on there. It's 5-star claims experience, home or abroad. And it's made super simple, dude. All you have to do, head to laka.co. Obviously, we talk about laka.co quite a lot.
Laka.co.
They do the best bike insurance. It's made super simple. They flipped insurance on its head, okay? They don't charge you a fixed sum every month. You only pay for what the collective has sort of, what would you say?
Dealt with.
Yes, exactly. So you
And the
pay-
same goes for health as well, does it?
Same goes for health as well, does it?
Wow,
Yes,
that
it
is
does.
a cool model, that is.
Yeah, really cool. It's mate, I love LAKA.co. I'm glad we've got them back on board. And we have got a bit of a deal for the companionship, right? So all they have to do, head to LAKA.co to sort your bike insurance out. Enter the code RIDECOMPANION30. What is it?
Ride Companion 30, is that lowercase?
No, it's uppercase.
All
And it's
up.
on screen. It's flashing red and blue.
Oh, yeah.
That's Ride Companion 30 at laka.co.
There you go. And what do you get for that? What is it like? What's the offer?
You're going to get 30 days free bike insurance.
Free
So for 30 days.
It's free.
30 days, you have 100% peace of mind for free. Man, it's a dream, really, isn't it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
You could be really cavalier.
Yeah, you
in those
can.
30 days.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
No, yeah, good point.
But you could. So yeah, that's 30 days, free insurance, bike insurance, not health and wellness, with code RIDECOMPANION30 that's flashing red and blue at laka.co.
Amazing. So good to know they do health insurance. I'm going to get that added onto my policy
You
right
should.
away. Brother, you're on the podcast. No swearing, all right?
In a podcast. Oh, hello.
Hello. You're in the podcast as we speak. I just wanted to double check with you that it's okay if I talk about the property that we purchased in Sicily.
Oh, please.
Yeah, you're cool with it?
But hey, no discount codes. Yes.
Mate, perfect. Ciao bambino.
Ciao.
Great.
That's really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's perfect. No discount codes, mate. Well done. Hyped. Back from the ad break. Great ad break for another great product.
Another great product.
Another great product. So I guess, mate, there's a few things I was going to talk about. I had a shit story to tell.
I want to hear it.
I saved this story, but it's one of them. You've just told a really good story.
Oh, it sucks. Yeah, I feel like a bit of a
You've told a good story though. Like my story's crap. Do you know what I mean?
I'm sure it's not crap.
No, it is. It's one of those things that happened to me that
You've actually, over the years, you've come up with some absolutely mind-bendingly good stories.
Really, I've done a few good ones, haven't I? I've pulled a few out.
I think,
I've been very open and honest.
Yeah, no one can knock you for your stories.
And another thing on my list to talk about is, again, been probably too honest.
Brilliant. I look forward to them. I'm just going to push the microphone away and let you do your work.
No, please not. This thing happened to me, and I thought at the time when it happened, I'm like, I was going to ring you. Because that's what kind of, oh mate, you never guess what just happened to me. But I thought, you know what, I'll hold this one to myself, thinking that it'll make a good podcast story. Because ultimately, that's what we do, right? It's just real life. And then the more I did tell it to someone, and they didn't find it that funny. But I'll roll with it because I'll just tell you because it is an experience that I went through.
I'm looking forward to this right now.
It's bad. So it is an experience that I actually went through, and honestly, it's going to sound like I'm making it up. I think so. Do you remember when we had, well, you do remember, Storm Dara came through. It's been really bad for a lot of people. Storm Dara, people have lost family members, roof tiles, I don't know, all sorts of stuff.
Family members, and
people blown
tiles.
Away was kind of the gag there that didn't hit.
Got you.
So on this one day, it was a Saturday, and it was just before the storm actually hit in the north of England, and it was just windy and it was a miserable day.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, okay, I'm just going to go for a walk. I really like when weather's a bit off. Like, I kind of like walking when it's like that. So I was like, I'm going to go for a walk, take the dog, go for a nice walk around. You go from my house, you go into a big park, and it's got like football fields and people are doing recreation. It's a recreational place. So I've walked down there with the new dog who still absolutely despises me. He hates anything to do with me. He doesn't like walking with me. He's always behind. He never comes to the side of me. We've just got a bad relationship, me and this dog. So I'm like, no, I'm going to take him.
I really feel for you.
It's crap.
It's really difficult. Is this something that you've ever heard someone say before, that their dog really hates them?
Especially with rescue dogs.
Really?
Yeah, because he's been abused by men. And I'm a man that look like me, apparently, yeah. Must be have been abused by a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, beautiful...
Did you rescue him from a member of your family or not? No. That's good news.
Yeah. So I've gone for a walk with the dog. It's windy, real windy. And you get to this bit, and it's so hard to explain, but there is a cut through. Instead of going round a path, you can go across a load of football pitches. It's like,
Dude, just so I picture it more, what does a walk with a dog that doesn't like you look like?
It's me walking and the dog's behind. So I have.
Is it dragging its feet? Is it like growling?
It never looks at me. It never sniffs anything.
Look at you.
It does a purr. It carries on usually. It's kind of part of the story. But yeah, so I've got this lead. So I kind of put him round me like a sachet, like I've won Miss Universe.
Yeah.
And then the lead, and then he's always behind.
So he does follow you.
He follows, but it won't ever go in front. No, never off the lead. Don't let him off the lead. I'd never get him back. He'd just be like, see it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to go live with someone else. So anyway, so there's this bit, so you can go like really round, and it's quite high, and it's really windy. So I was like, okay, I'll cut across the football pitches. So I'm going across the football pitches, and it's Saturday afternoon, so there's a load of men that are setting up for a football game. So I think there's about 4 or 5 of them. Let's say there's 5. Corner flags in the hand. They're putting the nets on the goalpost. I'm talking English football here for anyone, soccer. So they're putting nets on the goalpost. They're actively doing this stuff. So as I've walked past this group of 4 or 5 blokes, I made a little joke. I can't remember what I said. Windy, isn't it? Something like that, or bad day for it or
Yeah.
something.
One of those sort of knee slappers.
Just, you know,
Yeah.
you had to say something because I was walking straight past them.
Totally.
So as soon as I've walked past them, the dog has just squatted down and just ripped a shit. Like right there. Between as far away as I am from you.
So they can see.
They're all looking at me.
Yeah.
And the dog's
You have to.
the dog's just doing a shit.
You have to pick it up.
I have to pick it up. Which, you know, I do like picking up dog shit.
Oh yeah. Is this another story or is this?
No, I don't like it, but like
Okay.
you do have to do that.
You
If it's in the
you
woods,
like it or
no.
not? You don't.
You kick it, but if it's in a public place,
Agreed.
where they're about to play football, gonna have to pick it up.
No, I completely agree. You had no choice there.
No,
What was the consistency like?
wait. So,
Okay.
so the dog has done this poo. All the blokes are looking at me. The dog carries his own poo bags on his back, like in a little bag.
Oh, what a legend! Like a tortoise, a shit tortoise.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit
What a guy.
tortoise.
Yeah.
So he doesn't like me going near him.
Oh
So
my God,
I
this is-
knew it was going to be hard. So I've gone to get the poo bags. He won't let me get them. So anyway, he's attached to me on a lead. So he runs around in a circle. They're looking and laughing or whatever. They're just like, look at this fucking guy. Totally out of control, this dog. Anyway, I finally got him and I've put my hand to get the poo bag and there's no poo bags in it. So I'm stood there. I'm like, right, okay, don't have a poo bag. The blokes are all looking at me. What do I do?
I actually don't know what you do in this
Well,
situation.
so I said to the blokes first, I said, don't suppose anyone's got a poo bag, have they? And they're like, no, mate, no. Finding it quite funny that I'm stood there with it. So I was like, okay, I can't do it with my hand. Too tough to do it with your hand. I can't do it. I can't do it with my hand. It's too much. Sock. So,
You sacrificed a sock. For a
nice
dog?
socks as well, dude.
No way. Yeah, you have nice socks.
Nice
don't you?
sock.
Always, yeah. They stance.
They were stance, yeah. So
you
I've
sacrificed a.
so I've took the shoe off. It sounds like I'm
Who's
making
this
this
for?
up.
No. Who's this for at this point? Just out of interest, I want to. I like slowing these stories down because I
Okay.
feel like we get interesting insight.
What do you mean?
Well, like at this point, like, do you not?
Well, it's
There's shit on the pitch.
There's shit on the pitch. There's 5 blokes looking at me who are already probably thinking, well, there's already shit on the pitch now. Even if you pick it up, there's going to be some residue. Someone's doing a slide tackle through that on a windy Saturday afternoon.
Doing slide tackles.
It's
aren't they?
bad.
Or even worse, celebration where you go on your chest.
Yeah. Someone's getting put on them.
Celebrations are very important in soccer, aren't they?
Apparently, yeah.
Seemingly at a low level, you still do the same level of celebration.
Yeah. Like you've won World Cup.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be doing it in poo.
Yeah.
So, sorry, what was your question?
Well, I think you have answered it. My question is like, who are you cleaning it up for? And it is literally just the pressure of, it's
Just
not to do the
people
right
looking
thing,
at
it's
you.
just the people are still there.
You just
yeah.
got to, haven't you?
So-
Because obviously I was like, if they're a bit further away, would I pretend to pick it up and just carry on walking? Probably would.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're all looking at you,
Yeah.
you know, literally like staring at me.
What are the surroundings then? So this is a grassy field. Is there like leafy woodland at
Nah,
the
it's,
edge?
it's
or?
a big open field.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
big. Like there's probably like 6 or 7 pitches all in this
Oh, mate.
bit. And this one was kind of
So
like in the middle.
annoying.
Yeah. So I'm like, I've taken my shoe off.
Yeah.
Took my sock off.
Yeah.
Put my hand in my sock. I've leant down. They're all having a little chuckle. I've at this point found it quite funny.
Yeah.
I've picked the poo up in my sock.
Yeah.
Put my shoe back on. And yeah, I had shorts on. So I look mental now because I've got one sock on.
Yeah.
Did have
you just
shorts
look
on.
like you've had a shit, don't you?
Yeah,
Really?
you look like
yeah.
been digging and shit in the woods.
Yeah.
So then the guys are like, oh, if you just go up to the changing room, wash your hands. That's nice of you. So poo in the sock, walk up to the changing room. Up there's a bin. Put the sock in the bin.
You weren't going to wash it, no?
What? Sock. Sacrifice.
It's gone.
But I did keep one. So if I've sock in the bin. And then I'm like, right, go wash my hands.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, the dog hates me. Doesn't like gates and doesn't like doors. I guess he's been shoved in a kennel or something in his past life.
It might be easier to list the things that the dog does like at this stage.
Yeah, Emma, sleeping, food.
Shitting.
End of. Yeah, shitting. So I've gone. I'm looking. I'm like, right, that's the changing room door. I've opened the door. Mental bloke. He's got one sock missing.
Carrying some shit.
Obviously, it's full of 13 to 15-year-old boys in a U shape as I walk in.
Oh, this
The dog hates me, so it won't come through the door. So I'm like, all they can see is me with a sachet, kind of trying to get in the door. Shit on my hand.
Oh no!
It's so embarrassing.
How do you do? Can you tie a dog up? Tie it to a gutter or something?
Yeah, I didn't know.
No.
Nah. So there, you know, have you ever gone in a room and everyone goes quiet?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
A few times.
Yeah, I hate to like when you turn.
So
up
obviously
late to
they're
dinner
having a
parties
time, right?
or
About to play a
yeah.
massive game, probably laughing and joking. 13, 14-year-old boys didn't see anyone with the. They were all clothed, and silent. Everyone was just looking at me as I've got one sock off, shit on my hand, dog who won't come through the door.
Yeah.
And
You can't really summarise it quickly.
I just had to
can't
own
you?
it. I was just like, lads, I'm so sorry. Will one of you just mind holding the dog? I've just got to wash my hand. I've got dog shit on me. I've had to pick it up because otherwise one of you lot were going to go slide through it. And
That's a good overview. You just did exactly. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. And
So there you go.
And they did it.
Yeah, one of the lads came out, held the dog, went in, washed my hand. Yeah, that's it.
Got rid
That's
of
the
the
story.
sock.
That's the story. That's the
Good
story.
story, man.
Mental. Honestly, it doesn't sound real, but it, hand on heart, happened to me.
There you go.
And I thought I'd keep that one
Good
to
on you,
myself
though.
to tell
How
on the
much is
podcast.
some stand socks nowadays, probably 70
Yeah, we'll put
or 80 quid, aren't
probably
they?
70 or 80 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put a
That's not a
link in the show description to
expensive
help
shit.
me out with some new socks. So yeah, there you go. It's literally a shitty walk.
I hate that your dog hates you,
Yeah, me too. It's crap, dude.
or one of your dogs hates you.
Yeah, one loves me, but
Yeah.
struggles to share it these days. But the other one really, yeah, we're not getting on. It's been 8 months, man. It's
What
like,
can you
come
do?
on, I can usually win people over in 8 months.
You would have thought, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but this dog, dude, is fucking.
I mean, it's horrible to think that. Well, is it though? Something bad could have happened to the dog. You don't know. It could
No.
also just be.
No, he's been, you know, tortured or whatever.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%. It's a rescue dog from Spain. There's a whole thing about, we've spoken about it
street
on
dog.
here, but there's a whole thing in Spain where they sort of just discard them after they've used them
Yeah.
for hunting and whatnot.
Boot 'em
It's pretty
in
gnarly.
the street, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what he is. So he's been mistreated by a man, and he doesn't like any man. It's not just me, to be fair. Did discover one guy I liked the other day, which was quite strange. Yeah. Which was
Who's
very
that?
strange. Joe Bowman. Came round for a cup of
Really?
tea. Dog, straight to him. Sat outside of him. Joe was just stroking him. I was like,
Whisperer.
mate, that's
He's
never
the
happened.
Oracle.
Appears to be.
Joe Bowman's the Oracle.
Yeah, not only is a good team manager, he's also a dog whisperer, it turns out.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go.
Guy.
So that was my story.
Mate, your story's brilliant. I loved it.
Thanks.
And I think so many, like, everyone who's ever walked a dog has a shit story, don't they?
Yeah, it's probably true. It's the first time it's ever happened to me that I've had
Is
to
it?
sacrifice a sock, yeah. But yeah, there you go. I enjoyed that story.
I
I didn't enjoy the day.
No, that sounds awful. Anytime walking, we've always had Great Dane, big stupid dog. A lot of people don't like you. If anyone out there who has a big dog, basically, which you do as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like you if you have a big dog, right?
No.
I think there's there's an element of people worrying about their dog.
Yeah.
But I think
it's
there's also
aggressive.
an element that's a bit like people don't like it because their dog's not as big as yours and they want their dog to. You know what I mean?
It's funny when you see like manly bloke walking a really little
Yeah.
crap dog.
And they
You're
pick
like, "Oh."
the dog up and they worry. There's
can
just
tell
so,
that's- you
there's
didn't want
something
that
so
dog.
revealing about like animal ownership, isn't there? And,
Yeah.
and honestly, I don't think we even. I know it sounds so stupid because it's such an aggressively big dog, but they stop being big after you've have. If you have one in the house for like 3 days, it stops being big. It's just
Yeah.
that is the size of the dog. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I no longer think of any of our dogs as big. I just think of all of the other dogs as smaller.
Smaller. Interesting. It's a good way of looking at it.
But I've had awful situations in the woods.
Really?
And with poos as well. You can't hide a Great Dane having a poo. You know, like her head's like this high off the ground. And you know how awkward dogs look pooing.
Yeah. Especially those ones.
There's something about a Great Dane, like the body mass is sort of similar to a human. Like she's literally like 10 stone or something.
Wow.
So when she's crimping one off, it's like you're there with, you don't know where to look. You're like, it's like a human-sized animal having a poo right in front of you.
And people are like, you're expecting you to go over there and shovel it up.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at it. But then we walk in the woods, so it's all, I would always do it if it was on like a football pitch or something. Yeah, I'm not.
Of course, but
bad.
the fact of, the poo bags aren't good. I don't think really. People seem to think that if they've picked it up, I mean, obviously we all see this all the time in the woods, and put it next to a tree, it's going to decompose. Or
well, the biodegradable ones are almost worse because I think people honestly think that's what you're meant to do.
Like in a day, it's going to just disappear.
Bag and chuck it.
Yeah, it's insane. You
see
it
you're
everywhere.
better off leaving it out and kicking it and
100%.
Some kids get some pink eye. Nothing wrong with that.
It's good for you.
Pink eye's good for you, dude.
Yeah, every now and again.
It is. Oh, finally, we get to my favourite ad. I think it is probably my favourite because it's the easiest one.
Yeah, this one's easy, dude. If you've not got one of these and you're a mountain biker, then what are you?
What are you, dude?
Yeah.
You're probably not cleaning your bike.
No,
You're certainly not. I didn't clean my bike before I got one.
I'm also quite guilty of it, to be
I
honest with you.
didn't even have an outside tap before I got
Did
a
you
WORX
not?
Hydra Shot. That's right, we're talking about the WORX Hydra Shot.
Yes.
I use it every single ride.
Yep, same, mate. I'm with you almost every single ride. I'm going to say almost because that's the sort of guy I am. But I do try, and I still keep my bikes in the house, so I do have to make sure she's clean because she comes in the house, you know?
Yeah, there you go. But it is so easy because you've got the power share system.
Yep.
Obviously, that's the battery that comes out of, personally, my leaf blower, my impact driver, my chainsaw.
Okay.
I can carry on.
I can carry on too.
Please,
we're doing house renovations at the moment,
Yep.
as you know, and I've got a few WORX tools in there. So I've been using a grinder, strimmer, done the garden recently.
Nice.
Impact driver, got one of those.
Lovely, yeah.
The tire inflator.
Oh, I need to get one of them.
That's
man.
really sick. Hoover.
The Hoover's brilliant.
And all of it works off one battery.
It does.
It's a dream.
How good is that?
Yeah,
right,
really clever.
So there's the difference between when I first cleaned my bike with a Hydra Shot. We're on to the 56 bar version, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, mate. They've added some extra power. But it's not too much power.
No.
Which is nice.
It's absolutely perfect. This
perfect.
sounds like just something that you say in the adverts, and I bear in mind this is the adverts, but it is absolutely the perfect amount of pressure for a bike.
Totally.
Don't blow out your bearings.
Not going to blow out your bearings, exactly.
Right, shall I read some information about it?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so unlike conventional pressure washers with bulky body unit, mains connection, and garden hose attached to the tap, the new WORX Nitro High Flow Hydra Shot, so that's the difference. It's the WORX Nitro High Flow Hydra Shot, runs on batteries. It draws water from any source. So you can do it from a river in Wales when you're after the bike park. You can do it from wherever.
Yep.
You can do it. Bucket, pools,
bottle,
lakes, even seawater.
bath.
It's ideal for cleaning around the house and patio.
Yep.
I mean, we're talking about bikes. I did just auto cue that and just read what it said.
But it's, again, it doesn't have to be used for your bikes.
You're
That's
right.
the cool thing. We use it around the house and outside the house, you know?
And I do regularly.
Yes.
Equipped with WORX built brushless motor 2.0, this high pressure washer delivers excellent performance on powerful cleaning with a 220 litres an hour flow rate. That's a lot.
She's flowing.
She's flowing. Designed compact and portable at only 1.5 kilograms. You can take anywhere you need. It's got a 5-in-1 nozzle, actually also very useful.
Yes. Sometimes you want it on the pinpoint.
Exactly.
Clean the patio or something like that. Sometimes you want it a little bit wider. Maybe you're watering the flower beds or something like that.
Absolutely. This goes through all the other applications.
But we know them, dude. We can move on. We know them. And if you don't know them, head to uk.worx.com.
Yeah.
And if you enter the code The Ride Companion,
is that
you're going to
caps?
get... It is caps.
It's all caps, just the Ride Companion.
Yeah, just the Ride Companion. That's going to knock you 10% off.
Amazing. That's just on uk.worx.com.
You know what? Let's do 15% off.
Are you that powerful?
Yeah, we'll speak to him.
You're a podcast.
Yeah, well, let's just do
master.
it for 2 weeks. 15% off. 2 weeks.
15% off.
2 weeks, 15% off.
uk.worx.com with the code The Ride Companion, all capitals.
And it's across the whole range except the robot lawnmower. But everything else. So you could build out your garage a little bit, man. Get yourself a Hydra Shot, get yourself a drill, grinder, strimmer, all kinds of things.
Sometimes when I feel lost in life, I actually just go on the WORX website because I can't believe they've got that many products.
So many.
If I'm struggling for jobs to do, I'll go on the WORX website and it will actually lead me to the light. I'll find a job to do. They've got so many tools. It's insane.
Tool for everything.
Get yourself to uk.worx.com with the code The Ride Companion for 15% off for 2 weeks. I can't believe Davey's doing this, but he's doing it. He's pulling the trigger.
Yep.
Not literally, because we don't want to get the studio wet. Thanks, WORX.
Thanks, WORX.
Are we on?
Are we on?
We are on. We're out of the break, and
No one will ever see what we just did.
You've just talked about you've just talked about the gifts that you dropped off on the football pitch.
Yeah, it was a gift.
We're dropping a gift this Christmas.
We are.
The biggest gift we've ever dropped.
Mate, massive gift. Huge gift.
The entries are still open and the odds are still great.
The odds are high.
So we're giving away the Focus VAM² SL, which you've ridden.
Yep.
I've ridden.
Loved it.
In fact, I've got videos and pictures of my bike.
Yes.
And we've got the one that you actually win, which was the one that you were riding. Obviously, a new one.
Brand new.
What did you think of it?
What did I think of it? I mean, I'm a massive e-biker these days, right? So anything that's going to give my little legs a little assistance, I'm a big fan of. I think the VAM² is perfect for UK riding, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's going to be for the majority of the UK. It's going to be perfect. Obviously, there's certain pockets which have, I don't know, more gnarly or whatever. But I think for someone, whether you're into riding now or not, maybe you just want to get into e-biking, you can't afford one, or you just don't know which one to buy, or whatever. I mean, there's so many elements of it, dude. I mean, it's an e-bike. We're giving away a fucking e-bike.
Yeah.
So sick.
I love that bike. I use that bike quite a lot.
I only rode it once, so I'm struggling to really...
Fair enough. Yeah, that's
summarise
true,
what I think of it.
I chucked you under the bus there.
Did you want a full ride breakdown? Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be tough.
I've become, over the years, so used to 150 millimeters of rear travel, 160 millimeters of front travel.
Yes.
Because it is literally like the bike I've used the most for probably nearly 10 years or something now.
Yeah.
And you forget that you just use them. That is the bike you use, e-bike, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's lower travel. I've got cross-country tyres on mine.
Ooh.
I've got it set up super hard. It's really responsive, nippy. It's really, really fun. It's crazy light. You can pump it like a normal bike, even though it's an e-bike. It's probably the least, I'm going to say it, it's the least e-bike feeling e-bike I've ever
That's
ridden.
nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And we're giving it away. And we're giving it away really for essentially nothing. You have to vote for Guest of the Year on the show, and you have to answer a few questions. How many questions are there? Do you know off the top of your head?
8 or 9.
It's not difficult.
Many.
It's not difficult. We're doing.
You could fill the format in less than 30 seconds if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah.
We just want to know a little bit about who our listeners are and vote for your Guest of the Year.
And that's for a Focus VAM² SL. I wish I could point at it now here. This is a jam.
Yeah.
But it's a VAM² SL.
$6,000.
I mean, what an amazing...
$6,000, dude.
What an amazing gift.
Lots
I'm calling
of
it
money.
a gift, not a prize, because it's Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It becomes a gift. So
Yeah. Hyped.
I think
wait.
the segue I was trying to do was actually talking about the Guest of the Year and who's in the front row slot at the minute.
Yeah,
who's
I mean,
in the hot seat.
I mean, there's a couple of real, outliers, I reckon, within our content from last year, this year, whatever. Teo and Rob.
That Teo and Rob are in our...
They're the two that are leading at the moment. We thought Jono was coming to try and take the prize,
That's entirely my fault.
but that's next week for the quiz, and then we're going to do another one early January. Jono's up there, mate.
I'm just going back through the episodes.
Yeah, let's just reflect on the episodes a little bit, actually, if that's cool.
Have you got a list of them?
Have you? Yeah, just on Spotify, I guess. So you can just,
same.
go on Spotify and go through them. Mate, what a year, really. It's one of those things that sometimes I need to take a moment and just think about how many amazing guests we've had, some of the insights, the takeaways from them.
Dude.
And it's just been so much fun, dude.
Jono was the first guest.
He was. Jono Jones, first guest, 2024. He actually was. 3rd of January. Came in swinging, didn't we? We were straight out there.
It feels like a long time ago.
And also, probably worth mentioning, I think we might have done it already, but like the fact that how the podcast looked even a year ago is very different to what this is.
Yeah.
Which is
absolutely.
amazing. The production's gone up through the roof, and that's a big thank you to Doug and Naomi. So thank you. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. Okay, so yeah, Jono Jones. I'll be honest, I don't remember that episode.
No, you weren't there.
I weren't there.
You weren't down, and we Jono and I sat down I love any opportunity I get to spend with Jono,
Yeah.
and a podcast is no different. So I don't remember much from it other than it was entirely unplanned, and that was the reason you weren't there. But
Yeah.
Jono's a Labrador of a human, and we just spent our Christmas dinner with him last night, didn't we?
I'm going to reveal in this little segment we're doing now my favourite guest and my favourite podcast of the year.
Ooh.
I'm going to reveal it. Are you going to do the same?
Well, I've got to remember them.
Yeah, true. I've got one that I'll use. Okay, so then we had Bernard Kerr. That was a great one because that was just coming into the new year. There'd been a lot of changes. I remember that one. There's a lot of talks about. I mean, the title was pay cuts, and he basically predicted the skin suit. Do you remember that? There's a clip where he was like, I think someone's going to run that skin suit this year, and then fast forward 2 or 3 months or whatever it was, and then Fox unveiled the speed suit. So that's pretty cool. I really like that one. I think any time we have Bernard on, dude, is like so good because he's made for this platform. He's such an open book.
Yeah.
And he'll actually say it how it is and stuff.
And he says what he thinks. And I think it gets him in trouble, and I think that's actually a shame. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know this. I don't. I think you should be able to say what you think, and people should be able to have different opinions, and it's okay, and we can all still be friends.
Totally. I agree.
So pathetic. What a loser. But you know what I mean? I think he comes under some heat and doesn't need to. He's the actual one flying him down the hill. He's going to have some opinions. He's allowed to.
He's allowed to. He's
You're
risking
less
his life.
allowed to with tippy-tappy fingers. If you're actually racing, your opinion matters.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I hear you,
I'm
man.
glad that he says stuff.
I hear you. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting Bernard back on. Hopefully, start of next year like normal.
Absolutely.
Talk about the racing.
I nailed myself. That's the
Yeah.
next episode.
Yeah. That's when you had your broken
Broke my
hand.
Which is still really not very good. I'll be honest. I need to go and have an operation on that finger. It's still not attached. And my elbow, which is golden. Can't complain about the elbow.
Oh mate, the old golden elbow.
Yeah.
Joel was great. Joel Anderson.
Joel was great.
Banger episode. Enjoyed that one.
Absolutely.
Again, Sam.
Joel's always good. I've had some great rides with Joel over the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Preston's episode.
Yeah.
That's a sleeper.
That's an unreal episode.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. We got to get Preston back on.
We've got to get Preston back on, especially after the season he had.
And actually, saying that, we've got to get Sam back on because we got Darkfest Insights. It's kind of so cool to be able to just have Sam down the road.
Yeah.
Like, I almost take it for granted a little bit that I think of him as my friend before the superstar he actually is. And he's just down the road and...
always keen to come on.
Yeah, and he's going to be
come hang on the
ready
ship
for Darkfest 25, which is a crazy thought. How'd you go bigger?
Well, let's find out.
Let's find out.
200-foot jump.
Oh my goodness, imagine. Or do you have to have a little electric motor to keep the wheels spinning?
Hey, you could win one if you...
That's true.
Mate, I know, fast forward a little bit, but Hans
Hansy.
Ray, fantastic.
Legend on the show, so good.
That
We went through a bit of a trials phase, didn't we? We had
We
Hans and Akrig back to back.
Yeah, we did. We did. Then we've had Tom Eisted on. That was his first one.
Oh, yes. Eisted's been a repeat guest.
Yeah, that was just you and Tom. I didn't make that one.
Yeah.
Alan
Millway, great guest.
Sleeper.
I messaged him earlier.
Oh, beautiful. He was keen to come back on, actually, as well.
Mate,
at some point at the start
alumni
of the year.
of 24 is really quite something, isn't it?
It is indeed, man. Then we got the Celero Abayo breakdown with Hellfire Pete. That was hilarious, that episode.
Oh, that was the hot sauce.
Yes. A banger for me. It's not my favourite. I'm not going to, hang on. Paigey was fantastic. Paigey was great because also what bit of a BTS with that one. That was our first one, I guess. Paigey had the full experience of coming down. Like hotel, dinner, breakfast, podcast. He got looked after, which is cool. That was like the first time, I guess that was the first time we'd really done that for someone. And obviously there's been a massive transition with this show, with doing the studio and only recording in person. So it is taking a little bit more effort and planning to get people here. And that was one of those ones that for me, it was a bit of a breakthrough on that one. It was a bit of we can actually make this happen more. We just need to be more organised. And
Paigey was great as well. I think a lot of the stuff he talked about really resonated with lots of people. Actually I just went to that Warner evening and a DCD chain device came up on the screen. Don't want to spoiler alert the edit that Doug's been working on, but a DCD came up on the screen and you could feel the energy in the room. You know, you could feel all of the people like, I remember that. Do you remember that? What colour did you have? You know, all of those funny things that, like, probably half of the people listening are like, DCD, what are you on about? But the people that aren't, it has an effect. And I think actually Pagey, he talked a lot about all of those things, and it really
hit with our audience, that one.
Definitely, yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
I mean,
wicked.
And we weren't planning to do 2 episodes. It's just that we were about, what were we? 2 hours, 25 minutes in, and we're like, well, we're still talking about the 1980s, so maybe we should carry on and do another one.
Wow, that was 4.5 hours of podcasting. Ooh-wee.
Baby. And then I guess we also did the episode with Bike Park Wales. That was with Martin and Anna.
Oh, that was great. Yeah,
that was great. That was part of the bigger campaign where we went and visited the park.
I tell you what, I'll be honest, I was worried about that one, and then when we did it, it was just fascinating. You're in the story of what, like, who hasn't thought, I wish I could set up a bike park dreamland.
Yeah.
And then it really hit me whilst we were recording it, like, that's literally what they've done, and this is the origin story of their own bike park dreamland that they dreamt about for so many years. So yeah, I really liked that.
So
one,
true.
That's another.
That was a banger.
We've done some bangers. Teo's on there. That was Teo 1, wasn't it?
Teo 1.
Teo's brilliant. Like, I think Teo and Jono are in the same category of, like, just pure positivity and joy. Actually, Teo's in his own category, isn't he?
You know, you have these. Rogan does them. He does Protect Our Parks, and they're like, 4 people in a room with, like, great chemistry.
Yeah,
that'd be so sick to have Jono and Teo.
It would.
Or Warner and Teo, or
Warner and Teo's great.
I think you call them, is it alumni? These ones that are like, okay, these are sort of TRC.
It would be great. We're gonna have to go to some events.
Tier 3 guests,
You're gonna have to get the Prima Star out, get on the road, and go to some events, because then, and maybe we will. Maybe we will next year. Let's see.
We got the Inside MTB Media with Rob Weaver. If you like that one, then check out MBUK podcast, because we're about to go and do it tomorrow.
You are right.
That might be out.
Weaves is the man. Rode with him the other day. I look forward to seeing him tomorrow.
Me too. And they promised us cinnamon swirls and coffee, so you don't get that here.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
And there, right here on the 29th of May, is my personal episode of the year.
Is it really?
Billy Bolt.
Wicked.
Yeah,
mate, that was what a lad Billy is. What a character.
Genuinely, dude, that's my personal.
Well, you are moto guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
we got a moto guy on. Obviously, it was cool because there's a bit of a BTS series. Like, that was a last minute. You were like, Billy's in town now. Can we do a podcast? The amazing guys here lifted the studio up. You've sat down with it. It was so fast,
wasn't it?
You didn't have much time. You somehow banged out unreal questions, and it was just a super insightful episode. And obviously for me, who works on the show, does the show, I sat and watched it and was like, that was so sick.
Oh, that's sick.
So that's my guest of the year.
Well, good.
That's my episode of the year. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's my episode of
the year.
Billy
should be up as a guest of the year, I think.
Working on getting Tommy Searle on, who Billy does a podcast with.
Yeah,
he's going to come on hopefully in February.
2 Pro,
1 slow.
1 slow, that's it, yeah.
So hopefully Tommy's going to come on, which will be cool.
Billy is unreal as a guest, because I think he, like, it is a similar world but different, and I think he actually, I don't know, revealed loads of stuff that I hadn't thought of. So he's amazing guest.
It was sick.
Luke Wallace.
Yes.
From another world that we're unfamiliar from, rugby. I think we both did a really crap job of doing rugby research, but then also, because of that, we had a great time learning. So
I enjoyed it.
Another banger episode, and
lovely bloke.
Probably definitely the, 100% the hardest guest of the year.
Yeah.
Luke Wallace.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with him, would you?
No, definitely the hardest. Yeah. Some quads on that boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh, we got Joe Barnes next.
Joe Barnes was great fun. Another one I
can't believe this is all in a year. It's crazy.
That's another one where, we helped Joe get down here, put him up, nice hotel, do dinner, do the podcast the next day. So I like those ones. Bit of a fan of that, Then we've got us, and then we've got Bike Park Wales founder Rowan. That was fantastic.
Legend in the game.
And I appreciate we're literally just reading off who we've had on at this point, but
that is true.
It's good to reflect.
Yeah, it is good to reflect. And also, this is basically, if you're going to get that bike prize, that amazing prize, it's good to just know who the guests were before voting. Yeah, we are just reading off a list, aren't we? Sorry. Jake, Rowan was amazing.
Yeah.
Jake 100 was amazing. Again, we've had a good variation of guests. Not enough females on here, but it's tough. They don't want to come hang out with us.
Which is understandable.
Yeah, don't blame them.
We did, obviously, the first Alfresco podcast, which was a huge learning experience, sat in the rain underneath the Nissan.
Oh, that was good, wasn't it?
The Prima Star. So that was cool. I enjoyed that. Looking forward to doing more of those, hopefully, next year. But it has been raining
Carl.
since then. So
Man
I haven't
on.
just done it. Yeah, Manon. Great guest. Fantastic.
We had all of the Drive Time series. We had Danny Mack. We had
Well, that was a busy period.
Teo number 2. We had Fosforo from Guanajuato from the Cerro Barco.
Banger.
We had you coming up with the World EMTB Day, which we've just finished. We had Ice did on again after his... I mean, dude, what a year. Tippy.
Yeah.
Warner's back.
Warner is back.
Dude, I'm hyped to just do 24 again. Do we need to go 25? We could just do 24 again. It was that good.
Just from the vault.
Absolutely.
Start playing them again. What's yours, dude? What are you thinking? Favorite episode? What you got? What you got and why?
Favorite episode to do. I mean, honestly, going back through them is quite crazy. Chris Carl's was crazy because I think just simply because of what he had just done was crazy. The project he had just done.
Yeah, that was a great. Yeah.
And it was Danny's was really cool. Again, because those two, they were just big projects. I actually thought Teo's was. I actually thought Teo number 2 was really good because I thought, and I thought a lot about this, but like, and it kind of goes to what we were saying earlier about Bernard actually talking about it. I agree. There's no point in us being negative about the free racing that we get to watch. It's brilliant. I love it. I love downhill racing. But like there have been changes and they do have knock-on effects, and Teo actually stood up and talked about them. There's no point in me talking about them. Who cares what I think?
Yeah.
But what Teo thinks matters.
Yeah.
And I think he did a great job going through it and highlighting all the differences that we're about to see, and hopefully that the I remember going through that document and reading out the intentions, which are all positive and exciting for the sport, and hopefully they are all actioned.
Yeah.
And it's an exciting year racing.
We shall see.
But I thought it was cool that Teo, I really enjoyed that one because I thought, who better to talk about something from the inside in a positive manner? I think he did it in a really good way.
I think he did it in a really balanced way, and obviously a lot of people listened and watched that episode.
Yeah.
And it went a long way, I think.
Yeah, I hate controversy actually, and I really enjoyed that episode because I thought it was the best type. It was a positive look.
I agree.
25, what are you going to do different? What's your we might as well do that now. New Year's resolution.
New Year's resolutions.
I'm doing 0 controversy. Now we've just talked about it.
Well, that's
0.
good.
I'm going to be like a sea sponge. Just no real sort of, I just waft around in the sea.
Okay.
No real opinions.
Okay.
Yeah, because opinions don't do well.
I guess, yeah, you're right. That's a good way of looking at it. I don't know.
Agree.
I've just downloaded this document. Oh, this is very me. Of like reflecting on the year and stuff like that. I actually got sent it by Tom, who the business coach I had for a little bit, who I think might make a good guest.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I think him early January.
First question, why'd you sack him off? Are you now just completely done? You're just filled with knowledge?
Yeah, I'm just living life, dude. I've achieved everything.
Nice.
Passed the course. Now, I think Tom on would be good. I think there's a lot of lessons he could teach people.
Yeah.
Who listen, not necessarily, well, me as well, and you, but
This is a great opportunity to reach out to those who actually listen or watch the show, who they want to have on the show, whether it's your favourite rider, your favourite mountain bike personality, someone in mountain bike history you want to have on.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be mountain biking. It can be someone completely different
no.
that you think we've got a chance of getting.
Yeah.
You know, Tom Cruise, he's a bit busy, but I'd love to sit down and talk with some different people. Get
Yeah, definitely.
a bit more perspective on the rest of the world. Got a head in the sand.
I
in this world of
agree. I
mountain
think.
biking.
No, man, I'm with you. I think I'd really like to do more stuff which is more generic, personally.
I remember you asked me actually who my dream guests would be.
Yeah. Oh, can I read it out or not?
And it was like, no, please not. It was like, you wrote back, said, it was like a child has written this. But it's true.
Can I say why?
It's true.
So I said to
understand.
Ollie in a text, hey man, like just throwing some ideas around at the moment or whatever. I put something stupid, but like, who are your dream guests? And I sent him mine, and it was people. It was literally
Names
of things, names of people. Jamie Oliver, whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Let's not find it. You're not finding it, are you?
I was going to try, but I don't think I'll be able to.
I can find it. I'm trying to think. Actually, who's on it? Yeah, Travis Pastrana. He was on it. 100%. We've got a link now. I message him every day. He's stopped replying, but I reckon when it comes time for Goodwood, we'll get him back on.
You reckon?
I reckon. I can't find it. Mate,
No, I can't find it.
I'll find it. I found it. Okay, so I wrote... Can you do a list of absolute bucket list guests? No rush. I'll send you something over later to look at. Okay, right. Can I read them or not?
Yeah, I don't care. They're
No,
actually
it's
who
good.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely,
no,
yeah.
I'm sorry, it is actually good. But
Well-
we just missed. So my list was actual people. So
Yeah,
my
I don't
list
have that
went
list, though. I don't
Matt
have that
Armstrong,
list.
Jamie Oliver, Sam Pilgrim, The Athertons, Paddy McGuinness, Guy Martin, Matt Jones, Fabio Wibner, Katie Price, that was a joke one, Tommy Searle.
Nice.
That was my list. And
Okay.
you wrote back fighter jet pilot, Apache pilot, MMA fighter, Special Forces, Jimmy
you
Pratt,
serious?
Steve P, astronaut, stuntman, gangbanger, mafia member, Mormon, nature documentary filmer. Mate, they're actually
I
good.
stand by it.
Yeah, they are good. It's just funny that, yeah, I think we can both agree that is funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
That I just put names.
Patchy pilot though, dude.
We just got to reach out to them. Maybe people are listening. They're like, oh, I've got a link to an MMA fighter in the UK, for example. That'd be great, guest. I'd be well interested in that. Or a Red Arrow.
Oh my goodness, don't. How interesting would it
You'd
be
have
though?
to carry
no?
it, but yeah, it'd be fun. That'd be cool.
How can I carry it? I do skids on a bike. Anyway, yeah, that's absolutely. So put in the comments
Yeah,
below,
please,
wherever you
we
are,
wanna
or
hear-
just let us know,
Yeah, let us know.
in any of the channels, because we'd love to have your suggestions and make the show better.
Yeah. Honestly, if you'd said to me at the start of 2024, these are the guests that you're going to have on, I'd have been like, nah,
Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, that is good.
But we seem to be making it work.
Making it work. Straight to the ad break. This episode is brought to you by INVISIFRAME. Now, I've just finished up building my new bike, and the very first thing I did was get my INVISIFRAME PPF ordered and fitted. In fact, I was terrified to even touch my jet ski custom Focus without it, I'll be honest. Now it's done, I'm happy hurtling down the rockiest of tracks without a care in the world, as I know my pride and joy is protected. The cool thing about INVISIFRAME is you can't tell. The kits are made to measure and you can't see it even has one on. In the meantime, it's protecting my two-wheeled investment, and I have the peace of mind that it will be worth more should I ever come to sell it. I mean, I don't think I will, but yeah. How do I get a kit, I hear you ask? Well, I simply visited invisiframe.co.uk and searched for my bike and model. I had a kit shipped to my door days later. Not only that, I have a secret code which gave me a 15% discount. And I'm willing to share it with companionship members because I'm a really, really nice guy. Enter The Ride Companion, all lowercase, at checkout and receive, that's right, 15% off your order. And that goes for more than just frame protection too. INVISIFRAME make PPF for forks, cranks and loads of other great products to keep your bike looking great. Head to invisiframe.co.uk and The Ride Companion for 15% off your order. Thanks, INVISIFRAME. Back to the show.
So we're going to do some listener questions
Let's do it.
that aren't for us. but we'll do them anyway.
Are they not? Who are they for?
These were for Jono.
Oh no! And
So we're doing Jono Jones list of questions.
there we have it.
Hey, it'll be all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you starting with the first slide that I sent you? And we'll see what's in there.
I'm looking
Okay,
to which
there's
one's
a great one
actually-
here. This is for you. At Hugh.mtb12. Who was your first sponsor?
So my first sponsor.
You answer, not Jono.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
you're going to do it for Jono.
No, I'm not going to do it for Jono. I don't know, but I reckon it was. I would say it's something around Ison. That's what those boys were.
The Ison
all about.
distribution, was
they've
it?
hooked them up for years and years. Stood by them.
Wait, who are you answering as?
Jono. For Ison, Matt and Jono, I think, but
Yeah.
they'd have to correct me.
You're probably
But
right.
my first one was Dialed Bikes when I was 16.
No way.
Yeah,
That was
I
your
rode,
first sponsor?
Yeah, I rode for Dialed Bikes.
Prince Albert?
Sorry,
Prince Albert, the frame? Was
I
it called
don't
the Prince
know.
Albert?
I can't
Okay.
even remember, dude. He gave me a full bike and he paid for my 4-cross race entries.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was my first sponsor, I think. Well, one second, pump the brakes. I had the same first sponsor as most of us, actually. Mum and Dad.
Shout out, Mum and Dad.
Yeah, big
Always
shout
been
out.
there. Yeah,
Huge shout out for Mum and Dad.
Great one. Well done.
Thanks.
At Big P85. Again, this one's for Jono, but what's your KFC go-to order?
I'm not a KFC guy. I'm
With you.
not. You?
Nah, can't touch it. I've seen
We
those
need to get
birds.
him on. We could get him on the. I could try and get him on the phone. We've got some listener questions for him. No, there's no. This is a silly idea. We haven't given him enough. Notice.
Oh dear.
This is the most ridiculous idea. Doing listener questions for Jono for us. There's lots of actual what were your first sponsor ones. It's interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's so many about
At
bikes.
a Hicks.18. Who would win in a tap out? Jono, Olly, or Deeks?
That's fair enough. I mean, what? It's definitely Deeks every single time, but is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you do
Deeks
know
every time.
he's literally sort of like trained to, you know?
Yeah.
He's like a Royal Marine, so there's no chance even
you
if
not?
you think that you're going to get him, you're not going to
Are
get
you
him.
not?
What?
Are you not?
I'm not. None of us are.
You're not a Royal Marine?
I'm not.
No.
Long
Just
way
Deeks.
off. Just Deeks. That's a crazy question. I think Deeks is so friendly, comes across as so... he's such a lovely teddy bear of a human, but he is also a trained human, and he's trained in the art of tapping you out.
You... True. This one's from at Davy. You aren't a massive fan of birthdays.
No.
Are you a massive fan of Christmas?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, Christmas
And
is fun,
are you
isn't it?
a-
It's lovely.
Gift giver or a gift receiver?
I find it quite stressful, Christmas, because I wish I'd just prepared and got everyone gifts, but also I don't like that aspect of it as much. I like it when it's all going along around me. I don't enjoy the process of buying gifts either. You know, really, when I think about it.
Have you bought some gifts at this point?
Zero.
Okay. December
Zero
14th.
gift. You?
No, not a single gift has been purchased.
I buy
nor
gifts
will
on the
it.
24th of December.
With the blokes. All the blokes.
Every time. I wonder how many people do otherwise. Do you know what I do think, though? Like I'm really lucky none of my family cares, and that we've never cared about. But when we were children, we really cared an awful lot,
Yeah.
and Mum did an amazing job. But like now, we're all grown-ups, and if we want something, you just would get it. And I've actually trained myself to not want anything over the years. so-
Exactly the same. It's tough. You know, I just had a birthday just gone, and I've been asked a lot, what do you want for your birthday? Nothing. I literally don't want anything.
No.
Just a nice meal would be the dream. So just stuff like that's good.
Hey, can I get some direction and a better personality? Am I right?
I do need that today, I think. Yeah, and
Anyone
like
like for shrinking my tax bill? Am I right?
I'm looking forward to Christmas this year, though. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I am.
Absolutely.
I'm
I like
more
Christmas.
for a break, bro.
Do you know what? My sister's had a child, so I'm now Uncle Ollie. Imagine
Uncle
what an
Ollie.
annoying uncle I am, but I'm so excited. She's so perfect and beautiful, and we're going to have a
Nice.
whole day playing with the niece, which will be amazing, yeah. I really
Nice.
like Christmas in general. Just having, I like it.
Bit of time.
Yeah,
It's always those when the pressure's taken off, and it's hard to really quantify why it's off. I guess because of the holidays, but it's like just breathe.
I ride my bike an awful lot. I feel a bit
Really?
of guilt
Yeah.
if I don't ride my bike.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, don't care.
No
a lot
biking.
of people ride bikes on Christmas Day. That's cool. I sometimes do go up the trails every now and then.
Really?
Yeah, you can like walk there from my parents' house, but most of the time I don't feel the need.
Yeah.
And if I do, I'll go walk the dog and maybe pop up there.
It's like everyone's just a little bit happier
Yeah,
at Christmas. Everyone's just like,
it's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's like a drone.
No, that's the noise of someone cutting down a Christmas tree. Everything's so Christmassy. Oh, maybe they're making firewood for a warm open fire. Maybe they're picking horse chestnuts. I dread to think what people think when they listen to this. Like, I just sound like a mental... honestly. Sorry. I have to catch myself sometimes.
Oh, dear. All right, what else we got for Jono? Favorite trailside snack
For Jono,
for you?
KFC. For me, no, not Jono, KFC.
It's chicken wings. in his
Favourite
pocket.
trailside snack? Okay, I had the realisation that I'm very much not a mountain biker, I'm a hill biker. I had my friends from Slovenia over. They stayed at my house. They come prepared for every eventuality. Backpacks, inner tubes, pumps, snacks, waterproofs. They're really ready, dude. They can fix your bike. They
wow.
get you home.
That's
a little
cool.
foil blanket in case I get winded and I want to lie down. A paper bag for me to breathe into in case I have a panic attack. Like they're just prepared for everything.
Wow.
And I leave home quite often without even a water bottle. So I'm a hill biker. I never have trailside snack.
No.
I really rarely have a trailside snack. I'll leave it in my van. And if, I'll pop back to my van, have a drink there. I won't I'm just not that prepared.
I have just found a little hack, right, that I've really been enjoying.
I think I know what it is.
Do you?
I think so.
I don't think you do, but I'll tell you.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
Is it the Sturka Bar Plus? Because it's got 45 grams of carbohydrate.
It isn't, but it is a great one.
Right, okay.
What has it got?
It's got protein and carbohydrates in the perfect mix.
You just slide it in your pocket.
Yeah.
You can't even feel it's there.
Also, I camel up. So I drink loads, eat loads before, and then...
Yeah. So I never take anything with me. Any type of
You're
ride.
a hill biker as well.
Yeah.
You've got mountains near you as well.
Yeah, but I've never carried anything. No water bottle. Never had a water bottle cage ever.
You
but
do get helicoptered out of places quite a lot, but yeah.
if in need, get on the phone.
Get on the
Get
blower.
me out of here. But what I have just started doing is, Magic Mind.
Yeah.
Comes in those really little.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, 2 of those in your pocket. At least it's a little wet of a drink. So I've been.
A little amuse-bouche.
Yeah. So how big are they? They're not. I don't know what the amount of liquid is, but what I've been doing
Put
is
some tater tarts in the back
I'll
pocket
get
as well.
I'll get the little Magic Mind thing.
Yeah.
And then I put a scoop of electrolyte powder.
In that.
Yeah, and then fill it with water, and then 2 of those, 1 in each pocket of my jacket.
A Terminator or something like a...
And it's like, you can probably get more spit in your mouth than what you can the swig of that.
Yeah.
But it's just something to be like, just have a break, and I take it, and it just feels cool. I don't know why. I've just been
Amazing.
taking those out.
There you go. Interesting.
And I just wanted to reuse the bottles, to be fair.
Yeah.
Rather than throwing them
They're
away.
cute, aren't they?
Yeah, cute little bottle.
Yeah.
So I just been putting those in my pocket.
Nice. Like
It
it.
feels like something,
Dude, I don't know how many more questions about Jono I can answer, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the best Christmas dish? It's topical, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's your best Christmas dish?
Something I hadn't made.
True that.
We're doing Christmas at home this year for the first time in
Are you? You haven't
Forever.
been, you hosting?
just me, Emma, and the dogs.
Nice.
Yeah, I got blown off, dude, by my...
Sorry, say again. By who?
Just taking a pause. I'm just going to say, I'm not going to my dad's.
Okay, you're not going to your dad's. Okay, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Not going to my dad's for Christmas. They sacked us off, dude. So we decided, we got a poorly dog. We'd have to leave him most of the day if we didn't have it at home Christmas. So we're just going to hang out at home,
Nice.
I'm going to do I really like cooking. I do a real American style Thanksgiving sort of vibe.
So that's turkey, is it?
Well, we don't eat meat in our household, do we? So
Ooh, it's going to be difficult to make it.
it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be more nut roasty.
Broccoli, nut roast, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to have cream corn, because I love making cream corn. You had it
Cream
before?
corn.
It's sweet corn, and then you like add milk and butter, and then you blend it, and you make it like really creamy.
Oh, nice.
You do cream corn, and then I'll do like some parsnips in maple syrup,
Oh,
some
nice.
carrots in maple syrup, and honey.
It's really
Honey's
sounds
a,
nice.
you know what I mean? Honey's a, you know,
That's
one
not
of them.
vegan, is it?
It is if you don't say anything.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's vegan if you don't know. And then
Is she going to hear and work out that it's not vegan?
no. Then I'll do like some nice mash, roast potatoes.
You mash the potatoes?
Yeah.
Do you ask them first? That's not vegan. You can't mash them.
What?
You can't mash a potato.
I don't mash it with meat.
Yeah, but you mash it. Well, you do because you're made out of meat.
Not a meat masher.
Oh man, well, I think we're losing the plot here, aren't we?
Yeah.
My favourite Christmas food is actually just chocolate, and then it makes you not want any other food. And that's what I've done every single year since I was a child.
Yeah.
Eat too many chocolates and then not really be bothered by the meal. Feel just a bit sick and a bit down.
Yeah. A bit lethargic.
Yeah. Mum tells me not to every year. It happens every year.
Get boozy at Christmas?
Absolutely never have. Never
Absolutely
will.
never have. Oh, never have.
I never have, no. And it's a big thing for everyone, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a big, really normal thing.
Not,
Do you?
Nah. We always used to have to do, for many years, we did the raft race on Boxing Day, which was the, listeners to the podcast might remember, I've done it for years. You build a raft and you go down this river.
Yeah.
And every time it was like a near-death experience. So we're not doing it this year, and we didn't do it last year. Sick and nearly dying on Boxing Day, dude. It's terrifying.
Yeah, leave it.
And been freezing cold, and you have to get up. You had to be there for 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing that, but I won't get boozy. I don't really do boozy. I feel a bit cloudy today from the 3 beers last night.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
I'm not really feeling boozy.
No, it's not my scene.
Are you a twin?
Sorry?
Are you a twin
A twin.
with Henry?
A twin with Henry? How do you mean?
Are you brothers? A twin? Are you twins?
Are we twin brothers?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, doesn't matter then. We can't use that question.
Very good. I thought that was a genuine question. I was like, he thinks we're twins. And it hasn't come up before. Hey, I've had a lovely... This has been a great episode. I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it.
It's been different. It's been different. I appreciate you though.
Fantastic. Thanks for listening, everyone at home. I hope you have a lovely Christmas, and I hope you enjoy the quiz next week.
We got a Christmas quiz coming out
You're going to love it.
next week, man.
With none other
Christmas
than Jono
Day.
Jones.
It's coming out Christmas Day. What time should we put it out?
I don't know. I don't know how many people did the quiz last year.
I don't.
It doesn't matter. It's fun anyway. And
We had a right
if
laughter in it.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
So,
And
yeah.
you'll find out we were all struggling quite equally,
Yeah.
I would say.
This is a good teaser though. So Christmas Day, consider Christmas Day. Have you got a little pocket of an hour? Is it, Doug? Or roughly around an hour? Hour and a half.
Yeah.
Getting harder, but yeah, an hour and a half roughly to play the Christmas quiz. You can play along. It's actually really
Is
good.
it family friendly?
Yeah, it's family friendly.
Might be family friendly.
Yeah, if your family are all over 18.
Yeah.
No, it is family friendly. And obviously, goes without saying, enter the competition to win the e-bike, because we're drawing that on the 21st, which is this coming Saturday, as of we're recording this.
Yeah.
We're going to draw it on Instagram Live. All right with you?
Yeah.
On the podcast, all right? Instagram Live, we're going to draw it there. Obviously, then we'll release the winner on social media, but we're going to draw it on Instagram Live. It's got to be done, obviously, all above board, all legally through a certain platform. So we'll draw it on there. Someone's going to win an e-bike just before Christmas. What a giveaway, mate. Unbelievable.
So cool.
Unbelievable. 6 rounds with an e-bike. So if you haven't already entered, please go and enter. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your nan.
It's so easy. The odds are good.
The odds are great.
Get amongst it.
The odds are great.
Hey, Davey, I've got to go now because I've got to
Shoot
pick
this
some
drone
holly, make a wreath, have some mulled wine,
Mm.
touch the red nose of a reindeer,
Okay.
horns, snowflakes, lollies, candy canes,
Gingerbread.
gingerbread,
Cinnamon spice.
Gucci dresses and drop top compressors. Peace and love. Happy Christmas, everyone.
Like and subscribe. Mate, what an episode.
Brilliant. I thought you were really great, Davey.
Mate, and I thought you were even better.
Thanks, dude.
Better than normal.
Oh, cheers.
Hey, how about we tell our lovely podcast community to hit subscribe here.
Yeah.
Click on the video on Olly's face.
That's right.
Click on the video on my face.
Yeah.
And follow us at The Right Companion on Instagram.
They can like and comment as well.
Please do.
I'm going to try and get this energy and I'm going to bring it into next week.
Let's fast forward to next week's episode.
Done.